The Ugly One in the Middle. Written by Stan Campbell. Narrated by Stan Campbell. The Ugly One in the Middle is a collection of true stories from my life. Events and locations are written to the best of my recollection. Some names have been changed, and some dialogue is paraphrased based on my best memories of the events, the individuals, and their respective language choices. I dedicate this book to Martika, without whose constant encouragement and inspiration I would never have finished the book that I began writing before I met her. Also dedicated to Ben Jur. He unwittingly named this book. Chapter 1. Ready to die in a Jerry Garcia tie. It was 7:30 on a Saturday morning. I was sitting in front of my computer, still in my boxers, when she burst open my door. She didn't even knock. In her morning cigarette voice, she announced, "Stan, I think you've lost your mind." Not fully awake, I mumbled, "What? Excuse me?" It was my roommate, Cindy, who knew what I was planning. "Stan, don't you watch the news or read the newspapers? You'll be kidnapped, or murdered, or both." Fair enough. My closest friends said I was insane. Sure, I had seen stories of many others who had been kidnapped, tortured, killed, or simply banished. The U.S. State Department warned Americans of the danger. Of course I was nervous, but I resolved to take a chance. And just in case one of those unfortunate events occurred, I made a plan. The day before my flight to Fear, I bought a one-size-fits-all will kit at Staples, filled in the blanks, and printed it on my last 6 sheets of legal paper. I read it over. It was a pretty pathetic document. I really didn't need a will. I shared an apartment with a former co-worker and platonic friend, Cindy. I owned a double bed, in which I had been sleeping single for the past year, a wicker chest of drawers, and a worn, hideous blue pastel floral design couch that my unplatonic friend Allison had given me after the Salvation Army refused to take it. My most valuable asset, an 80 CD set, The History of Rock and Roll. At least my kids would have that, even if they didn't recognize Fats Domino or Herman's Hermits. A space for 4 witnesses filled the last half of page 6, and the only place where I knew 4 people in a bunch was at the radio station, WKLT in Traverse City, Michigan, where I had been axed several months previously, after the partnership of Stan and Dean blew up in a wall-pounding brawl during a morning show. Following a friendly firing, I received 12 weeks of severance pay, so I assumed that a farewell visit might be acceptable. My former co-workers at the station were friendly, probably because they knew that I wasn't sticking around. The station receptionist, Patty, agreed to sign even though...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?